welcome back to my channel. So this is the fifth video which I am making on the topic chemical reaction and equation, which belongs to SSLC class of Karnataka board. So up to here we discussed about the definition for a chemical reaction, what are chemical reaction and for example for the chemical reaction, and we discussed about the how to balance this chemical reaction. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about the types of chemical reactions. So as you see, here we have a mainly five types of reaction. So in that, we have a first one as the combination reaction, and second one we have the decomposition reaction, and third one we have a displacement reaction, and fourth one is double displacement reaction, fifth one, last one, that is oxidation and reduction reaction. So these are mainly five types of reaction. In today's session, I'm going to give a brief introduction of all these five reactions. In a further videos, I'm going to discuss what are combination reaction and what are the example for that, and even the activities for respective reactions in the further videos. Okay, let's start today's session. That is, so types of reaction. So in that, first one we have a combination reaction. Combination reaction nothing but it is a combination of two or more products. Sorry, it is a combination of two or more reactants to form a single product. What is combination reaction? When a two or more reactants react to form a single product, such a reaction we call as a combination. Then we have a decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction nothing but a single reactant break to form a two or more products. Exactly reverse of the combination reaction is called decomposition reaction. Here what happened in a decomposition? A single reactant, it breaks into one or two or more products. Such reaction we call as a decomposition reaction. Then we have a displacement reaction. Displacement reaction nothing but here we observe that, see, if a person is moving from a point A to B, let us assume that if a person is moving from this point A to this point B. Okay, what we'll say, if a person move from point A to point B, we'll say that the person is changing his position from A to B. We will say that a person is changing his position from A to B. In the same way, the chemical which changes the position from A or a molecule from an initial molecule to the another molecule. If a molecule changes the place from an initial molecule to another molecule, such reaction we call as displacement reaction. In particularly, we will see in the further session when we are discussing displacement reaction. Okay. So fourth one reaction is double displacement reaction. So exactly similar to the displacement, but here what happened? Both the reactant will exchange a system their molecules. If, for example, we'll take that BaSO4 barium. We'll take the example for a sodium sulfate which reacts with the barium chloride. So here we are taking the example for. We'll take an example that is Na2SO4 which will reacts with BaCl2, barium chloride. See, sodium sulfate reacts with the barium chloride. Here what happens? Sodium will react with the chlorine and barium react with the sulfate. But like this, there is a double displacement. Nothing but there is a two molecules get change in one another. Such reaction we call as a double displacement reaction. Then we have a oxidation and reduction. These are very simple. Oxidation nothing but addition of oxygen to a molecule or to an element or a metal molecule. What we are doing, we are just adding the oxygen. For example, for a hydrogen molecule, I am adding oxygen. So that reaction we call as a formation of water. Nothing but it is an oxidation reaction. Then we have a reduction. Reduction nothing but removal of oxygen. Nothing but if I form the magnesium oxide, if I heat it or otherwise if I react it with the hydrogen, it will form a magnesium plus water molecule. Nothing but there is a breakdown of a magnesium oxide into magnesium metal and water molecules. Such reactions we call as a reduction reaction. So these all are some for you types of chemical reaction. So this is a brief introduction of all these all the for you reactions. In the further videos, I'm going to discuss about the water combination reaction in separately with the detailed explanation and detailed activity. All those things. Thanks for watching. Keep subscribing.